Falcon fan? This your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. So today we're gonna talk about my first impressions on Desmond Ridder when I heard from the interview that he had during rookie minicamp. So before we get into that, guys, if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like button so I know you guys like to hear what I talk about. And then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So like I said, guys, talk about Desmond Ridder. My first impressions, of course, we didn't see him in pads. Seen a couple of highlights that he made during rookie mini camp. But just from an interview standpoint, what I seen, my first impressions, what I felt, and just curious to see if you guys felt the same way. But to me, I was impressed. He sounded like the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. He said everything that he was supposed to say. Of course, as a rookie coming in, somebody that wants to be a leader of the Atlanta Falcons, he said all the right things. He already had his teammates talking about his leadership. His two roommates, John Fitzpatrick, Drake London. He showed his leadership. Talked about how he was not happy with the work they put in, and they won, which is expected for rookies to come in and make mistakes. But just for him to pull everybody to the side and say they could do better, like I said, he already shown his leadership. It does not sound like it's fake. It sounds like that's who he is. Want to be a leader. They already talked about. And him and them also talked about how he already knew the playbook, which is impressive. He only had it a week. He was real familiar with the playbook. He did admit that he did miss a couple of calls that came in through the helmet. But little things like that already show me that he is dedicated to the work that he's going to have to put in to be that starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. He talked about he tried to be the first one in the building, even though he got beat out by Mike Vrabel's son. Coming in at 6 in the morning, going into the film room, trying to get the film from yesterday down, look at the game plan for today. All those things that you expect from, like I said, a starter for your franchise. And he already is and start to develop that, and he already is trying to create habits of doing that. So that's what the impressions that I get from Desmond Ridder. Also, he talked about the confidence that he shows already. That he mentioned about going to games and feeling like you're the best one on the field. That you should always feel that way. Everybody on the team should feel that way. Like I said, just he's showing that leadership. He's showing that he was a winner when he was at Cincinnati, and what it took for him to be that winner. Things like that. Like I said, it was just rookie minicamp. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We haven't seen him in pads. We haven't seen him against the veterans, anything like that. But I was just impressed with his demeanor, the way he just shows his confidence, shows that seems like he's trying to go for the starting job day one against the New Orleans Saints. So that's what I took from the interview. So the question is, and it's going to be determined moving forward, especially this summer, is going to be very interesting, that quarterback competition between him and Marcus Mariota. It does not seem like Desmond Ridder is just going to concede the starting role to Marcus Mariota. Marcus is going to have to actually go out and beat him out. That's definitely seems the case, and it's not going to be because Desmond Ridder is going to use the excuse of being a rookie in the NFL. It's going to be because Marcus Mariota actually was the best player for the job at the time. That's what I can take from, like I said, just from the first interview, just listening to Desmond Ridder. It seems like he's going to do whatever it takes to put in the work. So if he get beat out by Marcus Mariota, I think that's going to be a good thing for this team, because I mean, they both pushed each other to actually be the best they could be to win the job. At the end of the day, just like the young man said, that it's going to be up to the coaching staff. But what you want to do as a player, make it hard for the coaching staff to actually make that decision. So that's what I see. He also mentioned getting with the receivers going out to California and getting some chemistry down. He also mentioned that he hadn't talked to Marcus yet, so it's interesting to see if Marcus going to be part of that. If the veteran receiver is going to be part of that, I would hope so. They all go out to wherever they're going to go out and get a throwing session together to develop chemistry with whoever is going to be the starting quarterback for this team. Because they all knew we got to be able to establish some kind of chemistry going to training camp. And I think that'll be a good thing for the quarterback and receiver / tight end / running back connections. So hopefully we can actually see what transpired with that. But like I said, guys, my first impression on Desmond Ridder is that he's coming for that number one spot. So I hope Marcus Mariota is ready to go into the camp with the mindset that you're gonna have to wait another year and to beat me out. So we just have to see what happens. But guys, I'm interested to see what you think. Like I said, it really was nothing you can go off of. Like I said, no film. It wasn't in pass or anything like that. Of course, we saw a couple highlights. I know everybody get kind of pumped up from that just to seeing those guys on the field. The newest Atlanta Falcons out there. But at the same time, we really don't have a whole lot to go off yet. But from just the interview that he had, it gave me franchise starter quarterback vibes from the young quarterback. Of course, he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder because he got picked 74 overall. Everybody's seen the video that how he felt about being picked that late in the draft. So that's going to be motivation. It's going to fuel him. But the opportunity for him to actually come in and win the starting role, I think that's just enough motivation for him anyway. So we'll just have to see what happens. So guys, let me know what you think about Desmond Ridder. Do you think that he has a good chance of being day one starter for the Atlanta Falcons? Or do you think Marcus has the chance to hold him off for a year or so to see what happens? So that's all I got. This is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.